Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing, my cupcakes? And you, Daz Shelton. I know you're out there, Skeggy Koi Pond. Very new. Only got about 7 subscribers. Let's get him some confidence up, eh? So what am I up to today? Well, I've been chatting with my man Stu Bob from Slurry Koi, and he has recommended that I get another coat of this tanking slurry shit in the bottom half of the toe side tank because we've still got moisture ingress. But instead of making it up to a paintable solution, he has advised me to make it up very much like a render mortar and trowel the fucking shit on nice and thick. It will probably put the fiberglassing back by a few days because it's going to take a little bit longer to dry out because it's going to be thicker, but fingers crossed and touch the old wood, we'll be all ready to go then. Glass is being delivered on Monday. Well, thank you very much, Chris and Mr. Anonymous. So yeah, I'll spin the camera around. I know it hasn't fully dried out properly yet, but I'm gonna give the wall that I rendered yesterday a quick slap of paint, purely because once I've finished buggering around with this tanking and slurry stuff, I can then start getting the pipework and everything clipped up onto the wall and get that knocked on the head and out the door. So on that note, I'm going to spin you around and we'll crack on with what we're doing. So yeah, as I was saying, another bit of good twisted rendering there. Love it. But once it's painted and you got all the pipework on there, you ain't going to notice shit. So, yep, there we go. I know it's not 100% dry, but like I said, first job will be slap a quick coat of paint on that. And then I'll have to address this in here. As you can see, where I've gone down below the soil line, I've still got some moisture ingress in that side there. It is slightly less than it was yesterday, but we didn't have no rain yesterday and last night. So what I'm going to do, and what I've been advised to do by my man Stu Bob from Slurry Koi. Oh yeah, talking about Stu Bob, you piss-taking twat. Stu Bob ordered this stuff for me because I didn't even know this stuff existed until he told me about it. But I read the instructions, and the first coat has to be done with a paintbrush. I've done that and it's still coming through. But look at this. Piss-taking motherfucker. You wait till I see you, Stu Bob. But yeah, he's advised me that this time round, not to paint it on, but to mix it up very much like a render mix and trowel the shit on. So I'll get a nice thick course. It does mean that the fiberglassing will be pushed back slightly, which is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Hopefully by the day I'll have like pipework and sorted. This I've got to do some jiggery pokery with this slide valve here, because that's a 4-inch to 3-inch reducer. No, I'm gonna throw you about now, make you sick. Hang on. Back and stay there. Right. Look. It's not 3-inch. Well, it is, but it's not. There's no way that rubber is going to go over that. But looser than a prostitute on a Friday night. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've got to put some thought into that one. It's either that, or I'm going to have to do a couple of rounds of electrical tape and then some CT1. She does it again. Yeah, so what I'm thinking, because that's looser than a prostitute on a Friday night, is I'm thinking couple of rolls of electrical tape, bring it out, bang some CT one round, squeeze that in, tighten it up. Bob's your Uncle Fanny's your aunt. Fingers crossed. Failing that, I'll have to look at a different way. On that note, I'm going to grab the phone back off of Susan so I can put some music on and I can start mixing up this shit. How we doing, cupcakes? Before we go any further, I have an apology to make. I apologise to Nutty John and Batshit Crazy Jill for not congratulating you for reaching the 100,000, I fucking wish, the 1,000 subscribers. I was well chuffed for you when you got it. Yeah, so if you don't know who Nutty John is and Batshit Crazy Jill, that's Wayside Koi. They're over in the Isle of Wight, building a new pond. Nutty is a bunch of fucking fruitcakes, but excellent content. Get round, check them out, sell them I sent you. Right, that being said, cough, that weren't fucking easy, Stu Bob. But everywhere where I saw that the damp was still coming through, I gave a good coating, and I have got a little bit left that I can make up into a paintable solution and just go over bits that need it if it's needed once this has dried. So while I was doing that, our Susan, bless her, even though her hands are feeling bad, she painted that wall for me and the top three panels there. And then once I finished in there, I thought, fuck it, while the paintbrush is out and the Easy Pod's not sat there, I'll get a coat on there. It'll need another coat, and then I got another coat around the front of the tank itself. So yeah, once I'm able to get back in there, I'll then cut the airlift flow return. I'll cut that flush with the wall, and I can actually start now looking at the changes to the skimmer, because as you can see, I've blended this bit where it was all cut out and shaped. I've blended that back in so it looks like a corner again. And then, like I say, the skimmer, well, I can put the skimmer basket top, you know, that will sit there so I can take it in and out, and that will bob up and down there. Do, 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 do. You know how it goes. So yeah, I'm gonna go in, have a sit down, make a fucking cup of tea because I'm parched, and while the paintbrush is out, I might actually go out and knock some of the painting out of the park while I'm able, because after doing that in there and doing the painting out there as well as the painting here, I probably will not be up to much tomorrow. So on that note, I'm going to go and chill for 5, and then I'll catch up with you out in the front. But once again, congratulations, Wayside Koi. Welcome to the club. Awesome. Can we see me? Yes, we can. Hey, 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 cupcakes. I thought while I'm painting this wall, might as well get the camera out. We'll have a little chat. See, half the problem that we've got is, to some people, and I'm not naming names because that's not what I'm after here. To some people, keeping koi is a hobby and an escape from the crap that goes on in everyday life. Known fact. And then you've also got your people that keep koi because it's a status symbol. fair play to them. That's what they want to do. You crack on. I've got no worries about that. You know, just don't look down on me because, you know. And then you've got the ones that live, breathe, sleep, and eat this shit. They're the ones, to them, keeping koi, raising koi, growing koi on, moving them on, rinse and repeat. For some people, that is a lifestyle. And that is why I like koi, because it helps me through the day, and it has helped me with my PTSD, my anxiety. Jesus Christ, I would never have fucking thought about doing this again if I wasn't in the right headspace. So I've got to thank the koi for that. But at the same time, it helps me in other ways. It helps a lot of people in a lot of ways. And I was chatting to a dear friend the other day when we found out about Ethel. Bless her. But what you've got to remember, people, and I'm talking to YouTubers here, koi tubers, whichever way you want to present yourself, whether you've got 10 subscribers or 15,000 subscribers, at the end of the day, we all love koi, do we fucking not? Just a question. And on that note, my head's gone blank again now. But you know what I mean, guys. I mean, come on, for fuck's sakes. I'm always... and I am guilty of it. And I got pulled up on it the other day. I get to a point where I just become tunnel visioned. And all I do is koi. And I forget everything else. And now the YouTube's come along. Jesus Christ, dude. Add that in the mix, and half of the stuff I was getting done isn't getting done because I'm picking up a camera now as well. But what I was going back to what I was saying, koi tubers, YouTubers, whichever way you want to look at it, not only are we in a position where we actually influence others, but there are people out there that use us to escape their shitty in life, yeah, or the shitty situation they're in. And the last thing they want to do in a shitty situation is pick up something that they believe helps them, just to have people bitching and fucking backstabbing at each other all the fucking time. I'd switch off. Anyway, really chuffed with the way the front garden's looking. Even though, myself and Susan have just been discussing, and I'm going to have to do some digging and chopping around by the front gate so I can put a step in so that we can drop the gate right down, because the crazy Mexican at the moment is decided she's going to try tunnelling underneath it. So along with getting a hexagonal Blagdon type pond somewhere in amongst the beds, I've now got to put a step in the front garden. We'll just add that to the list. So, how's your Sunday been? Mine's not been too bad. It's been full of slurry and paint. And on that note, I think you've had enough of me flapping my gums. So I'm going to put you down and see if I can get this last bit here done before the light drops. What do you reckon? Well, the boss has just called me and it's dinner time, but I've got that far round. Depending on the light, I might get that bit done after dinner, and in the middle needs redoing as well. But yeah, I've got to drop this down so it sits nice and flush and the open's nice and flat. So we're looking at a sort of like a semicircle type thing, just so that the gate can arc. Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that one. But yeah, I'm going to go and have my dinner and I'll be back later. Well, there we go, my cupcakes. There's probably plenty of patches that I've missed, but it'll all be getting a second coat anyway. But yeah, that's the whole of the bottom one coated now. Yeah, happy with that. Let's say I've just got to give the top another coat, or a new coat, and a clean down ready for the spring. And then we can getting the resin on the rim and the benches. So yeah. Ickle ones are venturing about. That pump and that is going to be coming out of there this week. Get the polycarb taken off them in the next few days. So yeah, on that note, I'm not going to tell you to follow me, and I'm definitely not going to follow you. So I will pick you back up outside. I'm going to have to get the bog brush on the bottom drain again. Look at it. Look at it. Absolutely disgusting. In January and all. Fish are looking spanking. Could stand and watch them for hours. But that's not going to get shit done out here, is it? As you can see, first lick of paint is looking not too bad. Starting to dry a bit, so I can put the easy pod on there. Because it's going to get boxed in and that. I just want to make it look a little bit cleaner and tidier. This wood is dry to the touch on the outside. It's just in the grooves we've still got a bit of paint. And hopefully it's dry enough in here tomorrow for me to go round, knock all the snobs off, and make it all nice and smooth. Next job for me now is to get all the plastic back up around it for the minute, and then a tiny little tidy up, and I think that will be it for today, folks. But no doubt I'll come back to you. We'll have a look at the little piggies inside before we call it a night. You alright, my guys? We'll see you soon, cupcakes. Oh, there we go, cupcakes all tidied up in here. They're waiting for their next feed. Good night, Bambinos. And as you can see, out here it's looking pretty darn swish. So yeah, we just got to wait for that to go off in there now. But tomorrow, weather permitting, we'll be getting some pipe work done over here. These Bambinos are just loving life at the moment. We'll flick that one off. Sorry kiddies, no food. No food. So, on that note, I've been Vince, this is Twisted Koi, and we'll catch you all on the next one.